In 1976, telemetry data spilled into NASA mission control and delivered a result no one expected. For a few brief hours, the scientists reviewing the numbers believed they had just found extraterrestrial life. Within days, the agency retracted the discovery, declaring the signal a false alarm caused by a chemical reaction in the soil. But later evidence suggests a problem with that dismissal. The tools used to hunt for Martian biology may have accidentally destroyed the samples they were sent to analyze. The official history of the mission rests on a conclusion that remains highly contested, leaving the question of Martian life as an unresolved case. The agent at the center of this was the Viking 1 lander. It was the very first machine to successfully land and maintain operation on the surface of another planet. Its primary mission was to reach out with a robotic arm, scoop up the red soil, and run tests for signs of biological activity. The search for life beyond Earth rested on the capabilities of this single machine, working millions of miles from the scientists who built it. The primary biological test was the labeled release experiment, designed by Dr. Gilbert Levin. The concept was straightforward. The lander would take a liquid nutrient mixture and drop it directly into the freshly scooped Martian soil. If living microbes were present, they would consume those nutrients and release gas as a byproduct of their metabolism. The sensors picked up an immediate reaction. The soil expelled gas in a pattern that matched the metabolic signature of living bacteria on Earth. Based on the parameters established before the mission began, this data met the scientific threshold for the detection of life. However, Viking carried a second instrument designed to search for organic molecules. These carbon-based compounds are the building blocks required for any known biological system to exist. When this secondary sensor analyzed the same soil, it registered absolutely no trace of organic matter. NASA concluded that without organic molecules, life could not be present. The agency decided the gas release must have been a sterile chemical reaction rather than a biological one. This negative result became the basis for the official consensus, and the scientific community largely accepted that Mars was a dead world. This conclusion held for decades until later probes uncovered a detail the Viking team had missed. The entire Martian surface is saturated with compounds called perchlorates. When perchlorates are subjected to high temperatures, they become highly reactive, rapidly destroying any organic matter around them. Viking's instrument for finding organics worked by heating soil samples to extreme temperatures in order to vaporize and analyze their contents. By heating soil that contained both perchlorates and potentially organic molecules, the probe would have inadvertently burned the evidence it was looking for. He spent the rest of his career arguing that his data had been dismissed too quickly. Until his death in 2021, Levin insisted that the chemical explanation failed to account for the specific biological patterns seen in the original 1976 readings. The discovery of perchlorates has split the scientific community, leaving experts to wonder if the 1976 results were a chemical anomaly or a discovery we failed to recognize. Despite the ongoing debate, no space agency has sent a follow-up mission to repeat that exact experiment in the nearly 50 years since. The original samples processed by Viking are gone, leaving only the data logs from a mission that ended decades ago. With the mission's original architects now gone, the mystery remains tied to the limitations of the technology they sent into the dust. The answer to whether we are alone remains buried in the soil of Mars, waiting for a mission to find it without destroying it.